EA Sports Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone.
Ready.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Grant Delpit.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
A bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Young, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
52.
Algier is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Young on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Young. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Young's throw on target to Godwin here.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Running out of the gun with White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From the 17, Young to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Young. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
The Falcons at 6-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yellow. Black ultra.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance, pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Trey Lance, his 17th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Young will set to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Set, punt.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. Down to about the 32. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 7, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Pass your 11. Pass your 11. Seven Pirates. Dragon 60.
Now Young. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Right. Ready.
Now Lance. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
On the double.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Black shot. Ready.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lance. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Let's go now.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Blue.
Working from the gun, Lance. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Young. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Dancing away at the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ultra. Go ultra. Smash. Red.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He's got Mason complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Now a first down throw for Young. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Throwing on second and long. Young. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Young. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready, set.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Throwing, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Young looks to throw on first down. And that is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Again, it's Young. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
first down, and they'll start with Algier.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Lance going to hold on to it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Pause red. 6, mega. 7.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Striker, 3, drill green.
And Lance now to throw. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
This is Dillon on the counter.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Again, it's Dillon.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Let's go now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First down, Young.
This one taken in by Otten.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now here's Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. Nifty move. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
That's complete to White.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Young now from the 50.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Young now.
Right back to Chris Godwin.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rachaad White with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
19, Tiger, 19.
The Young's going to throw for this.
Complete at the 1. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Green jack.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Logan Hall.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit and kick out of bounds, they say, right at the 50-yard line.
On the set.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Black swap.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Red, yellow. Slide through.
Now Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down. It didn't exist.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. To throw, Young.
He's got Otten. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Fix the eagle, fix the eagle.
On second and very short, Young. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Young's throw complete to Otten. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That throw by Young incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Let's go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
50 Bobcats, 50 Bobcats.
Here is Young. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick-6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.